The starting lineups are brought to you by Topps. Rip open and discover the excitement with Topps baseball cards. Find packs at local hobby shops, Target and Walmart stores, and on Topps.com. For the Yankees under Aaron Boone, DJ LeMahieu will play second base tonight. Rougned Odor is out of action for a day. He's on the paternity list. His wife, Liuska, gave birth to their second daughter. Luke Voigt is batting second. He's at first base. Aaron Judge hitting third, the DH. In the cleanup spot, Gio Urshela at third base. Gleyber Torres returns to action. He'd been on the COVID injured list. He's at shortstop batting fifth. Miguel Andujar in left field hits sixth. Batting seventh in center, it's Brett Gardner. Kyle Higashioka is the catcher and the eighth place hitter. And batting ninth in right, it is Ryan Lamar. LeMahieu, Voigt, and Judge, Urshela, Torres, and Andujar. Gardner, Higashioka, and Lamar for the Yankees against the 6-foot-tall, 200-pound left-hander Hyun-Jin Young. For the Rangers, Willie Calhoun is in left, Nick Solak at second, and Nate Lowe at first. Batting fourth, Adolis Garcia. Garcia, the center fielder. Joey Gallo in right field hits fifth, batting sixth in DH, Chris Davis. Isaiah Connor-Falefa will play short and bat seventh. Charlie Culberson hitting eighth at third, and bringing up the rear, the catcher, Jose Trevino. Calhoun, Solak, and Lowe, Garcia, Gallo, and Davis, Connor-Falefa, Culberson, and Trevino. Calling the balls and strikes, a AAA call-up, Ryan Aditon. He is 35 years old from Davie, Florida. Bill Miller, the crew chief, at first. Doug Eddings at second. Brian Knight at third. Young ready to go. Hand in the glove just above the waist. Rocks back, brings the hands cap high and delivers. And the pitch is low for ball one. A 92-mile-an-hour fastball there from Young. He is not a hard thrower. Changes speeds very well. Uses a slider and a change along with the low 90s fastball. And he misses low again. It's 2 balls and no strikes. Rangers wearing their white home jerseys with the red trim today, and Young wears blue framed glasses to go along with the blue cap with the white tee. Works off the first base side of the rubber. Rocks, kicks, and throws, and the pitch is inside. Took a little off the fastball and missed with it. So he is 3-0 now on LeMahieu, hitting .277. 3 homers, 13 runs batted in. Hitting a little better this year against lefties than righties, but not nearly as well as he usually does against pitchers from either side. Young behind 3-0, and there's a strike. 3-1, again a fastball at 89. In Korea, Young won 147 games. He lost 95. Had 324 starts over there. And this is second here in the big leagues. 3-1. And the pitch on the way. LeMahieu takes, and that one is upstairs for ball 4. So a leadoff walk. Young walked 5 in 16 innings in his first 4 appearances, one of which was a start. And here's Luke Voigt, some of the Yankee fans chanting Luke. It's 81 degrees outside, 72 in here in air-conditioned comfort. That information brought to you by Louisiana Hot Sauce, the original Louisiana Hot Sauce. Bring the heat. Young throws the fastball just under 50% of the time. Divides the slider and change almost equally, about a quarter of the time each. Voigt a .261 hitter. He's only had 23 at-bats, coming back late from knee surgery. A homer, 3 driven in. And the pitch is upstairs. First pitch slow ball there, and it looked like Young might have wheeled out the curveball or took something off the slider. He's only thrown a few curveballs this year. He said he's been working on a new grip, and that has been a very distant 4th pitch. 1-0, short lead for LeMahieu. Young looks over, and the pitch, swing and a miss. And Young did not produce his leg kick there. Went with a big high leg kick. The Yankees just don't run much. They have 7 stolen bases this year. LeMahieu does have 2 of them. Both teams now have started their second quarter of the season. 1 ball, 1 strike. Lowe holding the runner at first. 3 infielders on the left side against the powerful Voigt. And the pitch is grounded to third. It should be 2. Culberson has the skimmer. Over to Solak and on to Lowe. Around the horn, 5-4-3. Perfectly done. And there are 2 outs for Aaron Judge with no score in the first. The game brought to you by Balcones. Discover Balcones Distilling. It's the original Texas whiskey. elicit some reaction from the crowd here. He's the DH for the second night in a row. Hitting .295. He's tied for second in home runs with 12. Shohei Ohtani now has 14. 24 RBIs for Judge. The base is clear for the big man from Linden, California, and he loops one into right center. It's a base hit over the leap of Solak. And Judge, who had 2 singles last night, adds another single. He's on with 2 outs. A scoreless first inning, and Gio Urshela is coming up. Looked like that double play was induced on a changeup, and Voit rolling over way out in front of it. And now Urshela hitting .288, 5 homers and 22 RBIs. Remember, Giancarlo Stanton is on the injured list. So is Aaron Hicks. Rookie out of action tonight. But they did get Gleyber Torres back tonight. Right-handed batter. Pitch to Urshela, and it's a strike from Young. Young wearing half sleeves tonight. He's wearing a blue T-shirt that comes just below the elbows, featuring blue shoes. And here's the pitch. And that is swung on and fouled back. Young wears blue Croakies to hold the glasses in place. In past starts, we have seen his wedding ring on a chain around his neck. But I see a chain around the neck, but I don't see his wedding ring there. Maybe it's inside his fielder's glove. Or just put it on the other hand. 0-2 the count. Torres on deck. The set. And the pitch to Urshela. Check swing. Did he go? He did, says the first base umpire, Bill Miller. And fastball in on Urshela for strike 3 to end the inning. No runs, a hit, a walk, 1 left. We're going to the bottom of the first. It's the Yankees nothing, and the 3-time Cy Young Award winner Corey Kluber on the mound. He won that trophy with the Indians in 2014, again in 2017. Corey Ragsdale is the coach at first for the Rangers. Tony Beasley at third. Kluber works way off on the first base side of the rubber. Throws a fastball, a cutter, a curve, and a change of pace. And here's Calhoun to lead off. Left-handed batter. He has led off each of the first 2 games with a double. And he takes a strike here. 3 infielders over on the right side against Calhoun. Only Urshela on the left side. He's in the base path between second and third. Pitch to Willie, and that's hit deep down the right field line. It's booking at the pole. It is a foul ball. Boy, Willie takes aim at that foul pole, it seems, about once a game. And now, despite the length of that long foul, he's in a hole at 0-2 as he teed off on a Kluber cutter hit. Cutter comes in the upper 80s, fastball low 90s, the curve in the low 80s, change up in the mid 80s. Kluber deals 0-2, and Calhoun takes low. It's scoreless here in the bottom of the first. The Yankees have Andujar in left, Gardner in center, and Lamar in right. Voit at first, LeMahieu at second, Torres at short, Urshela at third, Higashioka catching. The 1-2 on the way to Willie, and he takes strike 3 call in the inside quarter. So there is 1 down. Kluber coming into the game had struck out exactly 1 per inning, 41 punch-outs in 41 innings. Opposing batters hitting .265 against him. And here's Nick Solak hitting .269, 8 homers, 21 RBIs. Scoreless ball game, and tomorrow your last chance to see the Yankees at Globe Life Field this season. It's a day game at 1:05, and the $10 ticket offer is still valid. Presented by 105.3 The Fan and 1080 KRLD. You can get seats for just $10. Pitch to Mick. Outside ball 1. To score the offer, use the promo code 10NYY. That's 10NYY at TexasRangers.com. Dane Dunning against Domingo Germán, 2 young right-handers. 1-0. Check swing. Did Solak go around? He did not. And it's 2 balls and no strikes. Nate Lowe, the on-deck batter. Gallo, Davis, Connor Falefa, and Culberson are the Rangers who have faced Corey Kluber before. Kluber into the line, brings the hands about shoulder high, deals, and it's fouled back by Solak. Nick Solak, of course, originally in the Yankees organization before being traded to Tampa Bay and then on to the Yankees. He was a second-round pick by the Yankees in the 2016 draft. Traded to Tampa Bay prior to the 2018 season. In a three-way deal that also involved Arizona. Pitch to Nick. That's rolled foul up the third baseline. That got a piece of his foot. It was grabbed there by Urshela. Lobbed up into the crowd. Dollar hot dog night tonight. Crowd still coming in. And it looks like a pretty good chunk of the crowd is still outside. This will probably be the largest crowd of the week so far. The Astros are in this weekend, don't forget that. 7:05 Friday, 6:05 Saturday, 1:35 Sunday. 2-2 pitch, breaking ball, strike three call. So Calhoun strikes out looking at a fastball. Solak strikes out looking at a curve. There's no score, and with two outs, Nate Lowe will be the batter. The game brought to you by Louisiana Hot Sauce, the original Louisiana brand hot sauce. Bring the heat. Lowe has never faced Kluber. He's hitting .261. 7 homers, 26 runs batted in. 0 for 5 in the series, but with 3 walks. No overshift for Nate Lowe. Torres slightly toward the middle and back on the outfield turf. And the pitch is fouled at the plate. And there's about 40 feet between the third baseman, Urshela, and the third baseline. The outfield shades him around to the left, the opposite way. Kluber has faced the Rangers 7 times in his career. He's 4-1, a .370 ERA. Corey went to a lot of Ranger games when he was at Coppell High. His low swings and the fouls went off. He never went to any games at the old Arlington Stadium. All the games he went to were at the ballpark in Arlington, later to be called Globe Life Park. And the pitch to Lowe is hit on one sharp hop to first. It is scooped up neatly by Voit. He takes it to the bag, and it's a 1-2-3 inning for Corey Kluber. After 1, Rangers nothing, Yankees 12 pitches in the first inning. Gleyber Torres first up for New York, hitting .234, just 1 home run. He was showing signs of life prior to going on the COVID list. He tested positive, but did not have symptoms. Native of Caracas, Venezuela. And he takes inside for ball 1. Andujar on deck, and then Gardner. Torres and Andujar had fantastic years back in 2018. 1-0 delivery, and that is inside 2-0. Torres had a poor year last year. And of course, Andujar didn't really play. 2-0. And that pitch is hit on the ground to Solak, moving to his left and short right. Throws wide to first base, and Torres is safe. That was going to be a close play, as Solak had to range far to his left. And that is going to be scored an infield-outfield single for Gleyber Torres. Steve Weller, the official scorer tonight. So Torres gets a hit in his first at-bat back. And here's Andujar, who was 2 for 4 with an RBI yesterday, continuing his pattern of tormenting the Rangers that started in 2018. Lifted his average to 172 from 120, picked up 52 points and his first RBI of the year. The kick and the pitch. And a ground ball hit to short, should be 2. Izzy over to Solak and on to first. They got them both. So twice in 2 innings, the Rangers have turned the double play behind Young. He's got the knack to get the ground ball when he needs it. And with 2 outs, no score. Here comes Brett Gardner.
Yeah, he's a little bit more of a fly ball pitcher than a ground ball pitcher, at least in the early going with the Rangers. But in both cases here, he uses the changeup to get the ground ball needed for the double play.
That might be his best pitch based on what we have seen in the early going. The Yankees are going to challenge the call at first base. And while they do, let's check in with Jared.
All right, guys, earlier today, some day action in San Diego. The Padres blanked the Rockies 3-0. Our Aces update brought to you by Choctaw Casinos and Resorts, exclusively for everyone. Joe Musgrove, 7 scoreless, 11 strikeouts, no walks. He surrendered just 2 hits. How about this? Fernando Tatis had 4 hits. He didn't find out that he was cleared to play coming off the COVID list until 90 minutes before the game. He still went 4 for 4 and hit his 10th home run of the season. So a nice day for Tatis. And Shohei Ohtani is back on the mound. Remember, his start was pushed back ultimately by just a day. The reports are that his velocity is down. His hardest fastball has been just 92.5 miles an hour, and it's averaging 91 miles an hour. The Indians leading the Angels 1-0 in the bottom of the first.
Thanks, Jared. The call at first was not reversed. We don't know whether it was confirmed or whether it stands, but in any event, it was not reversed, and there are 2 outs and nobody on for Gardner. Gardner, the guy that Ron Washington called the poor man's Ichiro when he destroyed the Rangers in 2014 by hitting 5 home runs. He had leadoff homers in 2 games in a row and batted .480 against the Rangers. The poor man's Ichiro. Wash had a way with words, I've heard. The pitch to Brett Gardner is a strike over the outside corner, lefty to lefty. Yankees, a club that should pummel lefties with all their right-handed bats. So far this year, they're hitting better against lefties than righties, but really not hitting lefties that well. The pitch bounces, and their OPS on base plus slugging against lefties, only .730. It's a little bit higher than the league average. Batting average against lefties at .244. You would imagine those numbers will climb as the season goes on. A lot of teams avoid throwing lefties against the Yankees. Young is the only lefty who has started for the Rangers as a true starter. Wes Benjamin started the game, but it didn't last very long. And that was really a filling. Pitch is high, 2 balls and 1 strike. Young, you would think, has a chance to stick in the rotation if he puts up a good performance here. 2-1, and the pitch is outside. He is not due to pitch this weekend against the Astros. It'll be Gibson, Lyles, and Fultonevich in those 3 games. And then the Rangers have an off day Monday and go to Anaheim. So Young would be more likely to pitch against the Angels, you would think, if he does well here tonight. 3-1. There's a bouncing ball, slowly hit the first. Gloved by Lowe. He outruns Gardner to the bag, and the side's retired. No run. In the bottom of the second, the Rangers against Kluber will send up Garcia, Gallo, and Davis. There's no score at Globe Life Field. Garcia hitting .295, 11 home runs, 30 RBIs. Leads all rookies in home runs and runs batted in. 3 for 8 in this series with a home run and 3 RBIs. They play him pretty much straight up. He hits well to all fields. He only takes a strike on a first pitch curve. That curve of Corey Kluber's, in the old days, he would have called it a slurve. It's a little harder than the average curve. More break than a slider. Breaks late. 0-1, and there's a swing and a miss. There it is again. Kluber has kind of a short arm delivery, so he turns out to be kind of sneaky fast. He's wearing the number 28. That is Sparky Lyles' old number with the Yankees. And like Young, he's wearing half sleeves tonight. The pitch swung on and missed, got him on a curve, and Garcia is out of there. 4 up, 4 down for Kluber, 3 of them on strikeouts. Experience a Ranger game at the Carbach Brewing Sky Porch. Soak in the incredible view. Enjoy the aroma of Texas barbecue that your taste buds will discover. To get your tickets to the Sky Porch seats, call 972-RANGERS. Here's Gallo. He has a home run in his resume against Kluber, but he's only 1 for 7 off him. Left-handed batter hitting .215. 7 homers, 21 runs batted in. 0-0, bottom of the second. On the pitch to Joey. That curve comes in through the back door for a strike. And it is 0-1. Kluber out of Stetson University, the Suncoast Conference Pitcher of the Year in 2007. Padres drafted him in the 4th round. Gallo takes a little bit inside. He went from San Diego to Cleveland at the trading deadline in 2010 in a 3-team deal with St. Louis that involved Jake Westbrook, among others. 6'4", 215. Kluber throws, and Gallo hits a high fly ball to short center. And I do mean high. In comes Gardner, and he puts it away. And Kluber has retired all 5 in this scoreless ball game. That'll bring up Chris with a K. Davis. Hey, brighter days are here, which means more reasons for Quick Trip, like cold drinks that'll launch you from school to the pool, and all beef franks that are, frankly, quite delicious. QT, more than a gas station. Davis pinch hit last night, struck out against Chapman. He's 4 for 18 as a Ranger, hitting .222. No homers and a run batted in for KD. 2 for 11 in his career against Kluber. And he takes a strike over the outside corner. Davis playing primarily against lefties, but the Rangers not seeing any left-handed starters for a while. So Chris Woodward chose today as the day to use him because Kluber does better against lefties than righties. Reversed splits. Here's the pitch, and a weak ground ball hits second. Gliding to his left is LeMahieu. High pockets throws to first, and a quick 1-2-3 inning again for Corey Kluber. He's perfect through 2. On to the third, 0-0 on the Louisiana Hot Sauce. Sandler, and here's Matt.
All right, thank you very much, Eric. It's 8-9-1 in the order due here for the Yankees. As we've settled in here, well, pitchers doing fine jobs through 2 innings. Yang has only thrown 21 pitches, and he's waiting for Higashioka to get set in the box here to get started. Yang, that step back to start his motion, the high leg kick, and then the pitch, and it's lifted high into the air, out into left center. Garcia coming into his right is there, waiting on it, and he makes the catch just above the bill of the cap, and Higashioka is retired on 1 pitch. And that will bring up Ryan Lamar. One thing, well, there's a few things actually about Yang. Number one, he throws strikes, and so kind of an odd start to walk the game's first batter in DJ LeMahieu. He rarely falls behind in the count because he fills up the strike zone, and he usually works at a pretty good and consistent pace. He takes on Lamar here and fires his first pitch, a fastball low, 4-1. Lamar 0 for 6 to start the season. He was 0 for 3 with a walk yesterday. This next offering to the right-handed hitter comes in downstairs, and the count at 2-0 Lamar, 32 years of age, well-traveled, and his contract selected from AAA Scranton Wilkes-Barre on Sunday. So playing in his 3rd game since being called up here tonight. Here's a line shot foul, rattling around on the netting down along the left field line. So 2-1 the count here to Lamar. Lamar from Royal Oak, Michigan, beginning his 6th season in the big leagues here the last few days with the Yankees. A swing and a foul tip on a changeup and a good one from Yang. And the count at 2-2. Lamar has played previously with Cincinnati and Boston and Oakland and Minnesota and Chicago, the American League Chicago club. The 2-2. And this is fouled off right at the plate. I think that deflected off of Trevino, so we'll keep it here at 2-2. Yankees got solid production from the bottom third of their order in their 7-4 win yesterday. Andujar hit 7th. He went 2 for 4. 2 runs and a run batted in. Mike Ford hit 8th. He went 2 for 3 with a walk and scored a run. Lamar didn't get a hit, but he did draw a walk, and maybe the key plate appearance in that big 5-run top half of the 4th as Lamar swings and again fouls one off right at the dish to stay alive at 2-2. Now, quite a bit of damage had already been done. The Yankees had scored 3 runs already, but there were 2 men out in the inning. And Lamar ended up drawing what was an 8-pitch walk. That was the final act for Ranger starter Mike Foltynewicz. The 2-2. This one hit on the ground to short. Charged by Kiner Falefa on the run. His throw, a good one, to low. And Lamar comes up past first base holding his right hamstring. He went hobbling past the bag, reaching back with his right hand on the back of his right leg, and he is now standing hands on his knees there with acting first base coach Marco Garza. But he was running down to first and really didn't pull up lame until maybe a stride before hitting first base. Now manager Aaron Boone coming out and a trainer for the Yankees, and they're going to assist Lamar as he walks off. And boy, you put yourself in Lamar's shoes. Here's a guy that's bounced around, really hasn't had much of an opportunity to be a regular on any sort of consistent basis. Yankees call him up Sunday. Here he gets his second start in this series, and now he's being assisted off the field.
As many injuries as the Yankees have had, that's why he's here in the first place. The latest injury to Aaron Hicks specifically.
Hicks dealing with a wrist sprain. Lamar walking on his own now just before getting back to that third base dugout, but Aaron Boone will have to make a switch and get somebody else out into right field for the remainder of this game. So Lamar is out here 6-3 for the second out in the inning. We'll go back to the top of the order now, and DJ LeMahieu, if you're just joining us, 0-0 is our score. We're in the top of the third inning. Third inning brought to you by Balcones.
And one of their outfielders, Clint Frazier, isn't playing because of a neck issue. Otherwise, they would just stick him out there, you'd imagine.
LeMahieu walked to start the game and takes this fastball at the top of the zone for strike one. I'm wondering, did they say Frazier made a diving attempt at a drive by David Dahl on Monday up the alley in left center? There's a ball that's shot foul out of play on the right side, 0-2. I know in his pregame Zoom today, Aaron Boone said that Frazier said something to him about it yesterday, but he made a terrific diving attempt on that Dahl double out into left center, and at full speed landed on the warning track, and I'm wondering if maybe that had something to do with his neck issue. Young with the 0-2, and LeMahieu takes it low, 1 ball and 2 strikes the count. Yankees with 2 hits, and Aaron Judge single in the first, and Gleyber Torres single leading off the second. That's it for the hits so far tonight for either side. The 1-2, a check swing bouncer to first. Easy chance for Lowe on the waist-high hop. He touches up the bag, and 1-2-3 go the Yankees here in the third. 2.5 complete tonight in Arlington, New York. Falefa to get it started, followed by Charlie Culberson and then Jose Trevino. Tyler Wade has replaced Ryan Lamar out in right field, so Wade will go into that 9 spot in the batting order, as Kluber starts off Kiner Falefa with a pitch a little bit off the outside part of the plate for ball 1. Izzy batting .286, 5 home runs and 18 runs batted in. Next offering in there for a strike. So 1 ball and 1 strike to Kiner Falefa. Izzy with reverse splits this year. He's hitting .345 against right-handed pitching. Here comes Kluber with the 1-1, and that offering is way outside as he misses with the cutter, and the count goes to 2-1. Izzy 1 for 8 in the series with a double, a run scored, a run batted in. Took an 0 for last night, which snapped his 6-game hitting streak. Here's the 2-1, and that ball is looped out into right field. Wade going to work right away, and he reaches down to his left to catch that soft line drive for the first out. That old baseball adage coming true. The baseball always finds the new guy. Not most of the time, not some of the time, always.
This is the 3rd time he has played right field this year. Last year, he didn't play right field or the outfield at all. The year before, 4 games in the outfield. So he's had a handful of games out there. 2018, he played 7 out there.
So here's Charlie Culberson now. Culberson batting .270, shows bunt, and takes this pitch outside for ball 1. Culberson with 3 home runs, 11 runs batted in. The DJ LeMahieu check swing bouncer to first. Tonight's Geico 15th out, brought to you by Geico. Saving you money on car insurance has been Geico's home run for over 75 years. Get a quote today with a proud partner of the Texas Rangers at geico.com. Culberson not showing bunt this time, and Kluber misses with a cutter. And the count 2 balls and no strikes. This pitch outside, and the count 3-0. Sort of reminded myself there of that old Jack Webb bit on the old Johnny Carson show with the copper clappers. Kluber missing with the cutter. This pitch is inside, and that's ball 4. And Culberson against Kluber draws a 4-pitch walk and becomes the first base runner tonight for the Rangers. And that is your first Ranger walk, brought to you by Planet Fitness. So Culberson on board. Here's Jose Trevino. Trevino coming up batting .253 for the year. 1 home run and 7 runs batted in. Yankees will play him almost straight up in the infield and the outfield. You don't see this very often. Yankees a double play depth with 1 on and 1 out in this 0-0 affair. And the first pitch to Trevino over the outside part of the plate for strike 1. Jose over his last 7 starts, batting .273, 6 hits, 22 at bats. All of the hits are singles, and he's knocked in 4 runs in that 7-game stretch. Kluber out of the stretch. And the 0-1. That pitch is outside. 1 ball and 1 strike to count.
You wonder if at some point, as good as Kluber's looked so far, the runner may go, conceivably even a hit and run. Trevino's very good at it.
Try to get something started. Culberson a couple of steals. He'll draw a sidearm throw here from Kluber and hustle back to the bag safely. Kluber getting that right foot set on the first base side of the rubber. And Culberson now takes his lead, a pretty decent lead from first. And draws yet another throw with Voit holding him on. Voit taking the ball out of his glove, reaching back with the ball and tagging Culberson on the chest as he's standing on the bag. The 1-1. Swing and a miss. Cutter away from Trevino. And the count at 1 ball and 2 strikes. Rangers as a team with 32 steals this year. They've been caught 9 times, a success rate of 78%. You'd like to be at 75 or higher. The 1-2, swing and a miss. This time the curve away gets Trevino. And 1 time through the order, Kluber records his 4th strikeout. So 2 down here in the home half of the 3rd. And that brings Willie Calhoun back to the plate. Calhoun was called out on strikes his first time up. And in stark contrast to the infield playing almost straight up for Trevino, here the overshift against Calhoun. With the second baseman LeMahieu out into shallow right. And a throw over to first base. And again, Culberson jumping back to the bag. Urshela, the third baseman, left alone on the left side, about midway between second and third. And yet another throw over to first to get Culberson to go back. The shortstop, Torres, is playing at second base. Yesterday, when LeMahieu was playing third, in situations like this, they would move LeMahieu over to second base, his more normal position. Leave the shortstop on the left side. This pitch is outside. Ball 1 here to Willie Calhoun. So the shifting, not always the same. It's based on personnel. Culberson getting an even bolder lead now. Here's the pitch from Kluber. And that's in there for a strike. So 1-1 the count to Calhoun. hits in all 13 games at home this year, a .380 batting average at Globe Life Field, a .404 on-base percentage. His 13-game home hitting streak, the longest active home streak in the big league. The 1-1. Swing, and there's a ball hit high into the air, shallow right center field. LeMahieu out, Wade in. LeMahieu, the second baseman, will make the catch to retire Calhoun for the final out. So the Rangers get... All right, we go to the top half of the fourth inning. Nothing here in Game 3 of this four-game set between the Yankees and the Rangers. Voit, Judge, and Urshela due to bat here for New York in the fourth inning. Luke Voit hit into a 5-4-3 double play his first time. Big first baseman stepping in here on the right side. Voit listed at 6'3" and 255 pounds. Yang kicks and deals, and his first pitch results in a swing and a miss by Voit for strike one. Yang with the slider that time. That's a pitch that he throws right around 80 miles an hour. Now the left-hander rocks back and delivers this next pitch, a fastball swing and a miss by Voit. And the count at no balls and 2 strikes. Voit here tonight playing in his 7th game of the season. The 0-2, swing and a miss. Fastball at 91 gets Voit. Good morning, good afternoon, and good night. As Yang records his second strikeout. And Yang throws his fastball just under 50% of the time, and throwing the changeup and the slider quite a bit. You can slow these Yankee bats down, and that's what it looked like there. Voit taking a mean hack and not being able to connect with a fastball at 91. So he's 0 for 2. Here's Aaron Judge, who singled out into right center his first time, and takes a fastball on the inside corner for strike one. Judge with that hit now has hit safely in 8 of the 9 games on this Yankee road trip. The 1-strike pitch. Swing and a bouncer hit to short. Taken in by Kiner Falefa. He sets and throws. We've got 2 men out here in the 4th inning. And that brings up Gio Urshela. 4th inning of our broadcast tonight, presented by Wild Rag Vodka. Urshela struck out his first time. So Yang here tonight matching the 2-time Cy Young Award winner Corey Kluber. This pitch hits in the dirt behind the plate for ball 1.
He's doing a great job moving the ball up and down, using all 4 quadrants of the zone.
The lefty with the 1-0. And he misses outside and low to Urshela. 2 balls and no strikes.
So far, this is a clinic by both of these pitchers. You know, they're throwing fastballs at 91 miles an hour, getting swings and misses on them because of the way they've set hitters up.
Adding and subtracting with velocity. Here's a changeup swing and a miss. Throws a changeup at 2-0. And gets back into the count here at 2-1. Now the 2-1. Crack to the left side. Culberson in front of Kiner Falefa. He slings it across, and 1-2-3 go the Yankees here in the 4th. For Yang, he is... All right, 2, 3, and 4 due up for the Rangers here in the bottom half of the 4th inning. 0-0 our score. Yankees with 2 hits. Rangers don't have any. Rangers have had just 1 base runner. Charlie Culberson drawing a 1-out walk in the bottom half of the 3rd. So Nick Solak to get it started here. Nick struck out looking his first time. Nick with a very good night at the plate last night, 2 for 4, including his 8th home run of the year. Scored twice, drove in a pair of runs. And he takes this breaking pitch from Kluber for strike 1. Urshela at 3rd, playing near the cut, now backs up a couple of steps. 3 more, 4 more. Steadily backing up as Kluber goes into the wind, and the 0-1 pitch is swinging a foul tip, caught by Higashioka. And it's 0-2 here to Nick Solak. One of the things we discussed during the pregame show today, the fact that the Rangers have been alive offensively here at home in the month of May. The 0-2, swing and a miss. He took a little something off the curveball there, and he strikes out Solak for the second time in the ballgame. And that's, 5 strikeouts now for Corey Kluber. Brings up Nate Lowe. Let's pause here 10 seconds to allow stations to identify themselves on the Louisiana Hot Sauce Rangers radio network.
Your home of Texas Rangers baseball. KRLD-FM and HD1 Dallas-Fort Worth. We are 105.3 The Fan.
Nate Lowe grounded out to Voit his first time. And he takes this curve for strike one. Now the Rangers at home this month averaging almost 6.5 runs per game. Almost 4 runs per game better than they averaged at home in April. As Lowe hits one high into the air right field, but Wade has it measured as he goes back. He's about a dozen or so feet from the warning track, and he makes the catch to get Nate Lowe for the second out. So 2 up, 2 down here in the fourth. That brings up Adolis Garcia. Rangers baseball brought to you by Sam Adams. Drink new Sam Adams Wicked Hazy IPA. Wicked what? Wicked Hazy. Boston Beer Company, Boston, Massachusetts. Drink responsibly. Garcia struck out his first time. Kluber threw him 3 curveballs. And he'll start him off here with a fastball that comes in high for ball 1. Talked about Willie Calhoun hitting well here at home. Well, Adolis Garcia starting to hit well here at home. He's hit safely in 6 straight at Globe Life Field. Takes this pitch on the outside corner for a strike. It's now 1-1. Over Garcia's last 6 home games, he's batting .458 with 11 hits, including 3 home runs and 10 runs batted in. The 1-1, Kluber deals outside to make it 2 balls and a strike. And overall for Garcia, over his last 15 games, he's hitting .375. 6 home runs, 16 batted in. The 2-1. And that pitch comes in high, so make it 3 balls and a strike. Joey Gallo waiting on deck. Almost an even spread to the infield here for New York. They might be playing him slightly to pull. The same is true in the outfield. The 3-1 is fouled the other way. This went into the seats over on the first base side, so a full count to Garcia. But one thing that Kluber hasn't done often is go deep into the count here tonight. This is just the second time he's gotten to ball 3 to a batter. 2 out, nobody on. Bottom half of the 4th inning, and now Kluber steps off the rubber. Kluber's foot barely on the rubber, right on the extreme edge on the first base side. Here comes the 3-2. Foul back by Garcia. Fastball over the inside part of the plate there. Would have been a called 3rd strike, so Garcia stays alive. And this is easily the lengthiest at-bat for the Rangers here tonight. 6 pitches so far. Kluber agrees with Higashioka. And again fires the 3-2 pitch. And this one is drilled into center field and hit deep. But Gardner is there playing deeply. He goes back and then
is helping each other get through it. These days, Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Texas understands we're all looking forward to getting back to the way things were. But even the days we wish to forget have had moments we'll want to remember. Moments that shaped us, inspired us, defined us. Today, as we continue on this journey forward, reminded with each step of all those people we miss the most, all those things we plan to do again, in person, with open arms. It's never been more clear the importance of having someone right by our side, within reach. Because at Blue Cross Cross and Blue Shield of Texas, we know that in the end, how we get through it all will always depend on who we get through it all with.
Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Texas, a division of Healthcare Service Corporation and Mutual Legal Reserve Company.
Football is coming to Globe Life Field in a big way with the Lockheed Martin Commanders Classic on November 6th. Experience the pageantry and pride of the traditional rivalry game between the Air Force Falcons and Army Black Knights. Tickets are on sale now at TexasRangers.com/Commanders Classic.
Energy Transfer is proud to sponsor the Texas Rangers and the Texas Rangers Baseball Foundation. Since 2018, we have donated $1 million to the Texas Rangers Baseball Foundation in support of youth baseball programs, nutrition programs, tutoring, and scholarships for local Dallas-Fort Worth community children. As we celebrate our 25th anniversary, we're excited to join the thousands of Rangers fans for the 2021 season. On behalf of our more than 675 Dallas-Fort Worth-based employees, go Rangers!
Some Western philosopher once said, "The point of life is helping each other get through it." These days, Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Texas understands we're all looking forward to getting back to the way things were. But even the days we wish to forget have had moments we'll want to remember. Moments that shaped us, inspired us, defined us. Today, as we continue on this journey forward, reminded with each step of all those people we miss the most, all those things we plan to do again, in person, with open arms. It's never been more clear the importance of having someone right by our side, within reach. Because at Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Texas, we know that in the end, how we get through it all will always depend on who we get through it all with.
Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Texas, a division of Healthcare Service Corporation and Mutual Legal Reserve Company.
Football is coming to Globe Life Field in a big way with the Lockheed Martin Commanders Classic on November 6th. Experience the pageantry and pride of the traditional rivalry game between the Air Force Falcons and Army Black Knights. Tickets are on sale now at TexasRangers.com/Commanders Classic.
Energy Transfer is proud to sponsor the Texas Rangers and the Texas Rangers Baseball Foundation. Since 2018, we have donated $1 million to the Texas Rangers Baseball Foundation in support of youth baseball programs, nutrition programs, tutoring, and scholarships for local Dallas-Fort Worth community children. As we celebrate our 25th anniversary, we're excited to join the thousands of Rangers fans for the 2021 season. On behalf of our more than 675 Dallas-Fort Worth-based employees, go Rangers!
Gardner has 128 career home runs, but none this year. And the pitch slants in there for a strike. Hitting just 158 against lefties this year. Gold Glove winner in left field in 2016, and now with the injury to Aaron Hicks, he's their regular center field. And there was some question in the offseason whether the Yankees would even sign him again. Finally inked him to a one-year deal. 0-1, Young to the plate, and it is high. Young has that big high leg kick. I think that helps him hide the ball. A little bit herky-jerky with the motion. And now we see the wedding ring. It is popped out from inside the jersey.
Starting to worry.
Me too. Didn't want his wife to get upset. She's been sending him Korean foods all year from Korea. Don't want her to stop. 1-1 pitch. It's a little low, and it's 2 balls and 1 strike. He wears the pant legs long to the top of the shoes with a couple of breaks in the pants. Comes set at 2-1. Hand in the glove at the belly, then rocks back, brings the hands up to the cap and to the plate, and it is swung on by Gardner and hit in the air, not very deep to center. Garcia in a couple of steps. He's got it. 3 men his first time up. Yankees play the pull shift, 3 on the right side. LeMahieu out in short right. Torres out in short right as well, further towards center. Kluber handing the black glove at the belt. Reads Higashioka, turns on the rubber, brings the hands chest high and deals, and Joey swings and misses. Seeing Kluber this good reminds me of a game he pitched back in 2015 that I only read about, didn't see, but he struck out 18 Cardinals in 8 innings, didn't walk anybody, and gave up just 1 hit to Johnny Peralta, a 7th inning single. Gallo goes around on a breaking ball, tried to hold up and couldn't. It's 0-2. The left fielder for the Cleveland Indians that day, for whom Kluber was pitching, David Murphy. So I went over between innings to talk to Murph. I said, Murph, did you remember that game? He says, are you kidding? It's the most dominant pitching performance I've ever been involved in. He pitches outside 1-2. He said the difference is that Kluber was throwing about 4 miles an hour faster in that game. His average fastball velocity was 94, and he said the two-seamer had incredible movement. 1-2, check swing, and Gallo lays off it. 2 balls and 2 strikes. So we went and found the actual velocities from that game. The average fastball velocity was 94.5 on the 4-seamer, 94.2 on the 2-seamer. 2-2, and Gallo takes a breaking ball, strike 3 call. He's out of there. 6 punch-outs for Kluber. No score in the game, and Davis coming up. The slider velocity was 84. The changeup velocity was 86. And get this, the cutter velocity was 91. That's now his fastball velocity. That was in 2015, the year after he won his first Cy Young.
You know what he's doing tonight? And we hear this more and more from managers and pitching coaches.
Is he tunneling?
I don't know if he's tunneling 2 pitches off of one another, but he's definitely throwing everything with conviction.
Yes, he is. No doubt. And here's KD, grounded to second his first time, and he takes a huge rip into this. And it is 0-1. I'm telling you, Murphy's eyes just lit up when I mentioned that game. He said, I'm so glad you mentioned that game. Indians won it 2-0, and Kluber didn't pitch the 9th. Cody Allen got the save. Davis takes outside. Kluber struck out 18 in 8 innings in that game. And just in case you're wondering, he's never thrown a no-hitter. He has thrown a 9-inning one-hitter against the Twins. 1 ball, 1 strike in the pitch, and Davis waves and misses. 1-2. Tomorrow, Dane Dunning for the Rangers, the right-hander 2-3, a 4.34 ERA. Domingo Germán for the Yankees, 3-2, a 3.62 ERA. A guy who missed all of last season as he was suspended. Connor Falefa waiting next. And here's the pitch. A swing and a foul ball back by Davis. Hey, go big on game day. Rent a nightly suite at Globe Life Field. The exclusive private spaces are all yours. They allow you and your guests to spread out and enjoy the Ranger game in comfort. Explore your suite options at texasrangers.com/suites. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out, and nobody. The pitch. Davis hits a roller foul on the third base side over toward the Yankees dugout. In case you joined us late, the Yankees lost tonight's right fielder early in the game. Ryan Lamar grounded out and came up lame after he passed first base. Tyler Wade replaced him in right. We have not received a report yet from the Yankee clubhouse on Lamar. And they're already probably not going to use Clint Frazier due to a neck issue today. The pitch is outside, 2-2. Rougned Odor is on the paternity list. His wife, Liuska, gave birth to their second daughter. Congratulations to them. Rugi is expected back tomorrow. Rugi, who makes his home in Frisco. 2-2. As Kluber delivers, Davis strikes out swinging, tried to hold up and could not do it on that hard curve. So that is 7 punch-outs for Corey Kluber. They rip open the excitement with Topps baseball cards. Celebrate National Baseball Card Day at Globe Life Field August 5th and at your local hobby store on August the 7th. Kluber is dealing tonight, and this is what the Rangers thought they were getting last year when they traded Delino DeShields and Emmanuel Clase to the Indians to get Kluber. Delino is back with the Rangers and having a banner year at Round Rock. He's hitting .412. Couple of home runs already. And Clase is closing games for the Indians after getting hurt and missing last year. And the pitch is a curve from Kluber, and that's a little bit low to Izzy. This is already a season high in strikeouts for Kluber, other than 1 game against the Tigers where he struck out 10. And pitches in for a strike. Every start he had was between 2 and 6, except for that 1 game against the Tigers, and that was quite a masterpiece. 2 hits allowed in 8 innings and 10 strikeouts. 1-1. There's a weak ground ball to third. Charged by Urshela. His throw in time. 1-2-3 inning. Corey Kluber has thrown 62 pitches. Yang only 53 pitches. We're scoreless as we start the sixth. The Yankees have the only 2 hits of the game, both of them soft singles. Talking again to David Murphy between innings, he said, the breaking ball Kluber has tonight may be as good as the one he had in that game in 2015, even though his fastball and cutter don't have quite the velocity. Higashioka fly to center on the first pitch he saw from Yang in the third inning. Left-hander rocks back and lets it fly. And the pitch to the catcher is a strike over the outside corner. Gary Sanchez is good to go, according to Aaron Boone tonight, after coming out of last night's game with cramping in his leg. Tyler Wade on deck for his first at-bat. And then LeMahieu. And the pitch is soft, high, and outside at 69 miles an hour as Yang unveils his curveball there, I believe, for the first time tonight. A slow curve. It's a ball and a strike. And the pitch, swing and a foul at the plate. The sixth inning brought to you by Quick Trip. Young's strikeout high this year is 8. Did that at Minnesota in a 3 1/3 inning relief stint. The most pitches he has thrown, 72. Chris Woodward said he could probably throw as many as 90 tonight. But this is already his longest outing in terms of innings. 1-2 pitch, a little bit low. 4 1/3 had been his high. He did that in his first 2 appearances. The first 2 were as a reliever. The one at Minnesota was as a starter on May the 5th. And then last time at Houston in relief. The 2-2. Check swing, and the pitch is high and outside. And that fills up the count.
It's not likely, but it's also not out of the realm of possibility that if Yang throws 90 pitches tonight, that could get him through 9 innings.
The way he's going.
53 after 5.
Now, he's working on a regular 4 days rest, the starter's rest, and that's his usual routine that he's used to. Now, he just missed up high here on a change of pace and walks the leadoff batter, so the Yankees have a leadoff base runner for the 4th time in 6 innings. Each of the first 3 resulted in the runner wiped out in a double play. 2 5-4-3s and a 6-4-3. And here is Tyler Wade, a left-handed batter, trying to avoid the same fate. He's only had 25 at-bats this year, but he's hitting .280, 7 for 25. Now, the Yankees don't put on much in the way of plays. They've had 2 sacrifice bunts this year. They don't run much. Higashioka, of course, a catcher, doesn't have good speed. Yang to the plate, and Wade takes a little bit high. A slider on the first pitch from Yang. LeMahieu on deck, then Voit and Judge. We are scoreless in the top of the 6th inning. The 33-year-old Yang against the 35-year-old Kluber. 1-0. And here's the pitch. And that's outside. 2 balls and no strikes. All of a sudden, Yang missing, not by a lot, but just off the corner. And he's behind 2-0. Wade started the first game of the series at shortstop. He went 0 for 3. The 2-0 delivery. And there's a strike. Fastball away at 89. And it's 2-1. The Yankees are 11th in the league in batting, 10th in the league in runs, 2nd in the league in home runs. But their pitching ranks 2nd, only to the White Sox. And that's why they're 4 games over 500. And they're 17-8 in their last 25. The 2-1. And that is looped down the left field line. That one's slicing foul and out of play. And the count evens at 2-2. The Yankees trying to put up their 29th consecutive winning season. It's the 2nd longest streak in Major League history to the Yankees from 1926 to 1964, who had 39 consecutive winning seasons. balls, 2 strikes. And the pitch just outside. Fastball missing. That fills up the count at 3-2. Yankees last year were 6 games over. They were 33-27. That left them 7 games behind Tampa Bay. They got a wild card spot, beat Cleveland in the wild card round, 2-0, but then lost to Tampa Bay 3-2 in the division series. Higashioka at first. The pitch is swung on, hit in the air, right center field. Gallo on the run. He's not going to get it. It splits Gallo, and Garcia goes to the wall. Higashioka being waved around third. He's heading home. Here comes the throw, not in time. He slides in with the first run of the game, and all the way to third goes Tyler Wade. In the game as an injury replacement for Ryan Lamar, Wade delivers in the 9-hole, and the Yankees lead 1-0.
Well, Wade got a 3-2 fastball that time from Young and shot it up the alley in right center. And it wasn't a fat pitch. That was a pitch that was down. May have even been ball 4. It was down around the knees, maybe a little bit below the knees. But as is the case with so many left-handed hitters, they're good low ball hitters. And Wade, the first to punch through here.
And quickly, there's action in the Rangers bullpen with nobody out in the 6th. DJ LeMahieu coming up. He has walked and grounded out. Rangers will play the infield in here as the Yanks have taken a 1-0 lead. Brett Martin, the left-hander, is up and throwing in the Rangers' pen. And the crowd has started making some noise here. 65 pitches thrown by Young. The set and the pitch to LeMahieu. Inside and low, it is ball 1. So Tyler Wade, lefty against lefty. Triples up the alley in right center field. We have seen the first 2 triples of the year for the Yankees in this series. Brett Gardner had one early, 2 nights ago. The pitch is inside and low. And it's 2 balls and no strikes. And again, Young just a little bit off here in the 6th inning. He has thrown this many pitches before, but he hasn't had this many ups, as they say. Starts and stops to innings. Voit on deck. The pitch to LeMahieu, and that's hit high in the air down the left field line. A long run over. Calhoun still coming, and he makes the catch right before he gets to the chalk. The runner tags and easily scores. It's a sacrifice fly for LeMahieu. Wade is home, and the Yankees lead 2-0. How about the hang time on that fly ball off the bat of LeMahieu? He picks up his 14th RBI of the year. Nice job by Willie. He was shaded over toward the left center field. Seemed to run forever to get underneath it.
Yeah, he had a long run to get over there, so the ball needed to be in the air for that amount of time for Willie to be able to make the play. And he didn't have the luxury of thinking that ball might be foul. Maybe I can just let it drop and the runner won't score, because had he let it drop, it would have been a fair ball.
So 1 away, and the base is clear for Voit. He's 0 for 2, a double play ball and a strikeout. And the pitch from Young is swung on and missed. So Kluber, who has not allowed a hit, will go to the mound in the 6th inning with at least a 2-run cushion. He has already walked one. Charlie Culberson back in the 3rd inning. 0-1. And that swung on and fouled back. And the count is 0-2. The RBI for Tyler Wade, by the way, his first of the year. 2-3-0 for New York. Nothing across for the Rangers. Young to the plate, and he missed a little bit low. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Remember, tomorrow a day game, 1:05 start, Dunning against Herman. Then the Yankees go home to play the White Sox and the Blue Jays. Here's the pitch, and that is low. 2 balls and 2 strikes. White Sox embroiled in controversy these days. Tony La Russa criticizing his own player for swinging at a 3-0 pitch in a lopsided game thrown by a position player, and White Sox players coming to the defense of their player, including Lance Lynn coming to the defense of the White Sox player, Mercedes. Pitches low when it's 3 balls and 2 strikes. And when they get to New York, there may be some questions about that from the New York press.
Aaron Boone may have fielded a question about that from the New York press today.
He did. He tiptoed nicely around it. And Chris Woodward did too. 3-2. And that's ball 4. I imagine every manager in baseball was asked about that today. So Voit is on. It's 4 walks now allowed by Young. And here comes Chris Woodward as it looks like Young has hit a wall here. And he's done a great job tonight, but his work, it appears, is done. It is a season high in pitches at 74, 2 more than he threw in his last relief outing against the Astros. So he gets an attaboy from Chris Woodward. Young touches his cap as he leaves the mound. Touches it again as he looks. 6-year-old southpaw from Morristown, Tennessee, Brett Martin is on. 6'4", 210-pounder, throws a fastball, a slider, and a curve. He's 0-1 with a 3.09 ERA. This is 14th appearance. He worked 2/3 of an inning yesterday and threw only 11 pitches. And he's back out there tonight. The runner at first, 1 out. Aaron Judge at the plate in the top of the 6th. Yankees leading 2-0. The call to the bullpen brought to you by your helpful North Texas Honda dealers. Judge 1 for 2 with a single. And he takes a strike. It is 0-1. Last night, Martin came on, struck out Ruben Odor. Higashioka on a ground ball to second. 0-1 the count. Very short lead for Voit at first. He does not run well. And the pitch. Judge takes inside and low. And it's 1-1. The Rangers in the bottom of the 6th will send up numbers 8, 9, and 1. Culberson, Trevino, and Calhoun. On the bench for the Rangers tonight, switch hitting Jonah Heim, left-handed batting David Dahl, right-handed hitting Andy Ibanez. It's a 1-ball, 1-strike count. And here's the pitch, a swing and a miss. With Martin replacing Young, the pace of the game, the rhythm of the game will change dramatically, like night and day. From an extremely fast worker to an extremely slow worker.
Kind of like outside. It's night has fallen now. So it's changed.
We're getting there. 1-2. And here's the pitch. And it is inside. Check swing. He did not go. Are we at the lighter stage of dusk right now, Matt? Or are we at the darker stage of daylight?
We're definitely in a confluence of dusk.
It's a kind of a gray area.
It is a gray area.
It's kind of a blue-gray area right now. 2 balls, 2 strikes. And the pitch swung on and missed. And down goes Aaron Judge. And a 94-mile-an-hour fastball in. Martin strikes him out. So 2 outs, and Urshela coming out. He struck out and grounded out to third base. Astros here this weekend, first time this season. You can give a special welcome to our in-state rivals. Get your tickets at TexasRangers.com. And the Astros announced today that right-hander Tyler Ivey will pitch Friday night, making his major league debut. He is out of Rockwall Heath High School. Born in Rowlett. The pitch is grounded past third, and it is foul. So it should be exciting. Called up from AAA Sugarland, Tyler Ivey will pitch the first game of that series against Kyle Gibson on Friday night. Then Jordan Lyles on Saturday at 6:05 against Lance McCullers Jr. Lyles getting the pitch against his original club. And Mike Fultonevich in the day game on Sunday against El Reptilo, Christian Javier. All righties for the Houstons. 0-1. And here's the pitch. Way outside. 1 ball, 1 strike. Gleyber Torres, the on-deck batter for New York. Make it Saturday a 3:05 game, by the way, not a 6:05. That is a 3:05 game. 1 ball, 1 strike. And here's the pitch. And that's drilled down the left field line. It's hooking. It is a foul ball. That's a screamer. foul ball off the bat of Shayla, and I believe that hit somebody. Yankee fan wearing a pinstripe Yankee jersey. Shayla looking down the line with a look of concern on his face.
It's a pretty crowded section down there as that part of the seating bowl rises toward the left field foul pole.
And that angles in toward home plate. 1-2. And Martin steps off the back of the rubber. The set. And the pitch. Fastball outside. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Voit the runner at first with 2 outs. The inning started with Higashioka walking on 4 pitches and then scoring on a triple by Wade. He scored on a sacrifice fly by LeMahieu. The pitch a little bit low, but he went around for strike 3. Shayla rung up by the first base umpire Bill Miller to start the bottom of the 6th inning. 2-0 Yankees lead. Kluber has not allowed a hit. Culberson walked, the only Ranger base runner. And the pitch is a fastball in for a strike. According to Baseball Savant, through 5 innings, Kluber had thrown 62 pitches, 20 curves, 18 fastballs, 15 cutters, 9 changeups. Here's the 0-1 delivery. Culberson taps that one foul over toward the on-deck circle. Jose Trevino standing just outside the circle there. And it's 0-2. Kluber with his pant legs up high, showing lots of navy stocking. He's got gray shoes on. The pitch to Kluber, from Kluber to Culberson, popped up. Short right, LeMahieu out to grab it. And there's one away in the bottom of the 6th. Here comes Trevino, who struck out his first time. The MLB Ballpark app will complete your next visit to Globe Life Field. You can buy and manage game tickets, redeem offers, access exclusive content, much more. Download the MLB Ballpark app. Kluber sweeping a little bit dirt across the rubber. On the third base side toward the first base side. He settles in way over on the first base side of the rubber. And the pitch. And that is in there for a strike. Chris Woodward today, talking on the manager show about Kluber, said, yeah, he only pitched 1 inning for us last year, but he was indispensable in his leadership and the sort of guidance he gave to the young pitchers all throughout spring training. 0-1, there's a swing and a miss. And it's 0-2. Of course, the manager wished that he had Kluber for that whole 60-game season. But he said he still was really glad that he had him around. 0-2. Kluber deals. There's a high fly ball to right field. Angling toward the line is Wade. He slows and makes the grab. And there are 2 outs. There really has been nothing approaching a hit tonight from the Rangers. There have been no outstanding plays required. And really not many hard hit balls, if any. And with 2 outs, here comes Willie Calhoun.
Now, the hardest hit ball was the line drive off the bat of Adolis Garcia in the 4th inning that he hit probably about 370 feet away from home plate, but straight to center. And Gardner had to go back on that, but then stop, and he had to bend down to catch it because the line drive was sinking. That's probably the toughest play.
Willie's 0 for 2, a strikeout and a pop out, and he takes inside. 2 runs, 3 hits for the Yankees, no runs, no hits for the Rangers. No-hitter alarms are sounding all over baseball. And remember, we've already had one in this ballpark this year by Joe Musgrove. There's a swing on the grounder right into the shift. Down on a knee, Torres has it, flings it to first. And Kluber has no hit the Rangers through 6. Taylor Hearn comes on to pitch in the 7th inning. The Rangers on the short end of a 2-0 score. Thanks for joining us tonight, Eric Nadel, Matt Hicks, and Jared Sandler. And here's Matt.
All righty. Thank you very much, Eric. And Taylor Hearn tasked to keep it a 2-run ball game. Brett Martin, who faced 2 batters and struck them both out. Remember, Brett also pitched last night and faced 2 batters. So Taylor Hearn gets to start this inning afresh. On for the 13th time this year, the native of Royce City, Texas, 1-1 with a 4.19 ERA, and pitching for the first time since Friday in Houston when he tossed 2 shutout innings of relief. And this first offering here to start the 7th to Gleyber Torres is outside for ball 1. Hearn, in fact, 2 shutout innings in each of his last 3 outings. He's seen his ERA reduced by almost 2 full runs in that time. This pitch is outside. And the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. His ERA on May the 1st was 6.08, and his ERA coming into play today, 4.19. Torres, Andujar, and Gardner due to bat for the Yankees here in the 7th, as perhaps tonight there will be some dramatic focus on our game here with the Yankees. The 2-0 pitch is outside, and Hearn falls behind Torres at 3-0. Torres has been on base twice, and this is returned from the COVID IL list. He singled in the 2nd, an infield hit, and then drew a leadoff walk in the 5th. The 3-0, and the fireballing lefty gets it in there for a strike, so 3-1 the count. And this pitch is skewered foul the first. So a full count here now to Torres. Major League Baseball's 5th no-hitter was thrown last night, well after we signed off. Spencer Turnbull of the Tigers no-hit the Mariners in Seattle. Turnbull issuing 2 walks in that game, but getting the 5th 9-inning no-hitter of this 2021 season. Here's a line drive right center, and it drops for the base hit. Garcia bobbles it a bit, but picks it out of midair and fires it back into the infield, so that bobble doesn't cost him a base and therefore an error, as Torres leads off the 7th with a single. And that's just the 4th hit for New York, and Torres has 2 of those hits, and that brings up Miguel Andujar. Joe Musgrove had the first no-hitter this year against the Rangers for the Padres, followed by the White Sox Carlos Rodon, then the Orioles John Means, the Reds Wade Miley, and then last night Turnbull. This pitch is low and into Andujar for ball 1. Last year in the COVID-shortened 60-game regular season, there were 2 no-hitters. Lucas Giolito of the White Sox, Alec Mills of the Cubs. Swing and a miss here, a punchy cut by Andujar at a Hearn offering that was low. And the count 1 ball and 1 strike. And if you roll the clock back to our last full season of play in 2019, there were 2 individual no-hitters, Mike Fiers of the A's and Justin Verlander of the Astros. And there were a couple of combined no-hitters. This pitch in there for a strike, 1-2 the count. So in 2019, there were a grand total of 4 no-hitters. We're at 5 this season, not counting the Madison Bumgarner 7-inning no-hitter, and still counting.
And just past the 1/4 pull of the season.
The 1-2. Swing and a foul tip, caught by Trevino. And so Andujar is out on strikes. 1 away here in the top half of the 7th. And that brings up Brett Gardner. And here's something we haven't mentioned, and I don't know if this has ever happened. But we did mention the fact earlier that Corey Kluber, not once but twice, a Cy Young Award winner in both 2014 and 2017. Well, his opponent, his starting opponent tonight, Jung Yang, won what was the equivalent of the Cy Young in the KBO, not once but twice, as Hearn throws to first and Torres back to the bag. That particular award in the Korean Baseball Organization is called the Choi Dong-won Award. And Yang won it twice. and he won it in 2014 and 2017. There goes the runner, the pitch, a little outside, the throw to second, and safe at second is Torres. The throw was taken by Isaiah Kiner-Falefa, and he immediately pointed into the Rangers dugout on the first base side. So we'll see Torres, if the Rangers don't challenge here, will have his third steal of the season. But the Rangers are contemplating. Torres got a pretty good jump that time on Hearn. I do not know. Hard to tell on that one replay whether or not he went too far past the bag with his hand.
He came off, but he got back before the tag was put on.
So it looks like the steal will stand without a video review. So Torres is in scoring position. The count to Gardner 1-0. Gardner is grounded to first and flied to center, 0 for 2 in the ballgame. The 1-0 pitch. And that's on the outside corner for a strike, 1-1. Jan tonight, his final line for the Rangers looks like this: 5 1/3 innings. 3 hits, 2 runs, they were both earned. He walked 4. Again, that's a season high. And he struck out 2. The 1-1. Just missed, a little bit low, and a huge secondary lead that time for Torres, which I'm sure Trevino made note of. And the count to Gardner is 2 balls and a strike. The shortstop, Kiner-Falefa, right in behind Torres, trying to keep him as close as possible. As Hearn straightens here to the set, looks back to second. A second check of Torres, a third check, and now the 2-1. Fastball on the inside corner for a strike. That pitch coming in at 96. And that evens the count to Gardner here at 2 balls and 2 strikes. 2 runs on 4 hits for the Yankees. The Rangers, zeros across the board as we play here in the top half of the 7th. Hearn, the third pitcher of the night for the Rangers. All of the Ranger pitchers have been left-handers. And now time call. Gardner with his 0 for 2 tonight against Young, now 3 for 21 on the season against left-handed pitching. The 2-2. And that pitch is low and outside. Momentarily gets away from Trevino. It went right by Gardner, who hops out of the way. Trevino gets onto that ball, and Torres holds it second. Full count now to Gardner. Our attendance here tonight in excess of 30,000, 31,689. Easily the largest crowd so far in this series with the Yankees. We had 28,000 plus on Monday, 26,000 plus last night. Full count here to Gardner. Higashioka on deck, and Gardner asks for time and steps out. Gardner playing at the age of 37. He awaits the 3-2, and here it is. Swing and a line drive caught by Solak. Solak stumbled a bit, but throws in behind Torres to double him off second. So Gardner lines into a double play to end the bottom half of the 7th inning. 2, 3, and 4 due up here for the Rangers, who are sans hit tonight. Solak, Lowe, and Garcia coming up here. Nick is 0 for 2. He has struck out twice. Corey Kluber with 7 strikeouts through 6 innings. And his first offering to Nick Solak comes in high for ball 1.
You know, that game we were talking about where Kluber gave up 1 hit and struck out 18. He lost the no-hitter in the 7th on a single by Johnny Peralta. Check swing here, but the pitch clips the inside corner for a strike. So 1-1
the count to Solak. Solak, 5th in the American League in runs scored. 31 runs scored coming into play here today. He's collected hits in 5 of the last 6 games, but again 0 for 2 tonight against Kluber. The 1-1. Swing and a ball punched into the air, foul and drifting out of play on the first base side. And Nick behind in the count at 1-2. Introducing Fidelity Income Planning. Fidelity looks at how much clients save, how much they need, and helps them build a plan for cash flow that lasts so they can go from saving to living. Fidelity Brokerage Services, member NYSE, SIPC. Fidelity Investments. The 1-2, that bounces in. Neat little pick there by Higashioka. Not needed because there's no one on base in the count at 2-2. Just one base runner for Texas tonight as Charlie Culberson drew a 1-out walk on 4 pitches in the 3rd. Outside of that, all outs for Corey Kluber. He's faced just 1 over the minimum. The 2-2. Swing and a miss. Solak chased a pitch that was outside and strikes out for a 3rd time here tonight.
Nasty changeup.
So that's 8 punch-outs in this journey here for Corey Kluber. Brings up Nate Lowe. Let's pause to allow stations to identify themselves along the Louisiana Hot Sauce Rangers Radio Network.
Your home of Texas Rangers baseball. KRLD-FM and HD1 Dallas-Fort Worth. We are 105.3 The Fan.
Nate Lowe is grounded to first and flied to right and gets out of the way of this pitch, a cutter that comes inside for ball 1. Kluber again works off that extreme first base side of the rubber. The 1-0 pitch. Then he drops this one in low. He falls behind to Nate Lowe at 2 balls and no strikes. Yankees play low to pull in the infield, but not an overshift. They're fanned toward left in the outfield. The 2-0. And this one covers the inside part of the plate for a strike, 2-1. Occasionally, Kluber has fallen behind at 1-0 and 2-0, but every time he climbs back into the count. The 2-1. Swing and a ground ball foul on the first base side in front of first base coach Corey Ragsdale. And the count moves to 2 balls and 2 strikes. One out, nobody on, bottom half of the 7th. Kluber kicks and deals. And that's in there for a called 3rd strike. Fastball on the inside corner. He is picking the perimeter of the strike zone tonight. He gets his 9th strikeout, and that brings up Adolis Garcia. Garcia with the hardest hit ball off of Kluber tonight on his deep line drive out to center in the 4th. He struck out, though, on 3 pitches back in the 2nd. Garcia taking his time climbing into the box here. A slightly open stance as he waves the bat low, looking out to Kluber. And the first pitch is way outside, ball 1. So Kluber has fallen behind all 3 batters here in the 7th, but again has come back to strike out Solak and Lowe. The 1-0. Top of the zone for a strike, 1-1. Since the Culberson walk, Kluber has retired 13 in a row. The 1-1. And that pitch is way outside. So 2 easy takes for Garcia in this at-bat, and he's ahead on the count here now at 2-1. Kluber very methodical in his pace tonight. He throws this changeup on the outside corner for a strike, and the count goes to 2-2. In case you're wondering, the last Yankee no-hitter July 18th, 1999. David Cohn, Yankees against the Expos. The ball grounded to short. Torres scoops it up, fires it over. And it's 7 innings of no-hit ball. Great package that includes 4 tickets and $80 worth of loaded value that you can use at concessions. And this offer is only good for home games Sunday through Friday, and some exclusions apply. Several options to choose from. Visit TexasRangers.com/offers or use the promo code FAMILY. We go to the 8th inning, 2-0 Yankees. And for the play-by-play, here's Eric Nadel.
All right, thanks very much. Higashioka first up against Taylor Hearn. And the first pitch misses, ball 1. Wade on deck, and then LeMahieu. Wade and LeMahieu have the only 2 RBIs in this game. Here's the pitch, and that is low. 2 balls and no strikes. There have been only 2 plate appearances all night with a man in scoring position. Both of them have belonged to the Yankees. The first one resulted in the sacrifice fly by LeMahieu. This one punched foul to the right. And the second one, the line drive double play off the bat of Gardner, that ended the Yankees' 7th. The Rangers have turned 4 double plays, 3 on the ground and 1 in the air. The Yankees have 3 singles and the Wade triple. And again, Wade's in the game only because Ryan Lamar got hurt. He pitches outside, 3 balls and 1 strike. Came up lame after crossing the bag, grounding out in the 3rd inning. The 8th inning brought to you by the Dallas Morning News. In the bottom of the 8th, the Rangers will send up Gallo, Davis, and Kiner Falefa. 2-0 New York. The pitch is high from Hearn. That's a leadoff walk to Higashioka. And the parade of leadoff base runners continues for the Yankees. They've had leadoff base runners in 6 of the 8 innings. But only in the 6th inning did they get him home. And the double plays, of course, the main factor there. Here's Wade in the same situation in the 6th when the game was tied. He tripled up the alley in right center field to score Higashioka. Mario Garza, the first base coach, walks over and has a word with the base runner. The coach at third, Carlos Mendoza. Both of them replacements, of course, for the coaches on the COVID list, Reggie Willits and Phil Nevin. Here's the set. And the pitch. And there's a strike slanting over the outside corner. It is 0-1. The game brought to you by Globe Life. Everyone has beneficiaries. Not everyone has life insurance. Globe Life, who's your beneficiary? 0-1 the count. Hearn at the belt and to the plate. And he just missed outside. Young went 5 1/3. He allowed 2 runs on 2 hits, 4 walks, and 2 strikeouts. He came in with an ERA of 3.38. He left with an ERA of 3.38. Completely unchanged. How often do you see that? 1-1? That's fouled back. Every now and then a guy will come in with a 4.50 ERA, and he'll go 6 innings, give up 3 runs, and it'll stay at 4.50.
That's usually early in the season stuff.
Yeah, but to stay at 3.38, very unusual.
Brett DeGust did it yesterday.
Weird things are happening around baseball. 1-2. And the pitch is grounded right to the shortstop. Kiner Falefa steps on the bag, throws to first, double play. The 5th of the game turned by the Rangers. I believe the club record is 6 in a game at Yankee Stadium that was pitched by Matt Harrison on Sunday Night Baseball many years ago. Our pregame guest, Hunter Wood, is up in the bullpen for the Rangers, again flashing the red sleeves that he wore last night. And with 2 outs and the Yanks leading 2-0 behind a no-hit effort by Corey Kluber, DJ LeMahieu is coming up.
DeGust entered last night's game with a 6.75 ERA, gave up 1 run in an inning and a third.
There's a swing and a chopper over the mound. Back to get it is Hearn. Sets and throws, and LeMahieu is out. And we're going to the bottom hour. It came in the 4th inning. And that's the only time he has gone 9 and permitted just 1 hit. It's a 2-0 Yankee lead as Kluber gets ready to face Gallo, Davis, and Kiner Falefa in the bottom of the 8th inning. The only Ranger base runner, Charlie Culberson, who walked on 4 pitches with 1 out in the 3rd inning. and struck out. Remember, the Rangers were already no-hit once by Joe Musgrove. There are two teams this year who have been no-hit twice. The Cleveland Indians and, as of last night, the Seattle Mariners. Will the Rangers join that club? We will soon find out. The pull shift on against Gallo. 3 on the right side. I don't think he'll bunt. And the pitch is popped foul on the third base side. Higashioka over near the stands. No play. And it is strike one. You know, if the pitcher didn't have a no-hitter going right now in a 2-0 game, it would not be out of the question for Joey to bunt in this situation. With the no-hitter, don't bet on it. Kluber going to his mouth with the fingers of his right hand. Very calm demeanor out there. 0-1. Here's the pitch to Joey. Way outside. 1 ball, 1 strike. Kluber, 83 pitches coming into the inning. He has thrown as many as 103 in a game this year. 8 innings has been his longest stint. 1 ball, 1 strike. And the pitch. Gallo fouls it back. That one coming in at 88. The cutter. Kluber at Coppell High School in 2004 had a stress fracture in his right arm. Had surgery. He wasn't that great a prospect back then. Then went to Stetson and became a top prospect. Here's the 1-2. Gallo is swinging a weak ground ball to first. It is Voit right next to the bag. Sets his left foot on the pillow. Gallo is retired. 1 out in the bottom of the 8th. Corey Kluber has not allowed a hit. Here comes Chris Davis. He has grounded to second and struck out. Matt mentioned the last Yankee no-hitter thrown by David Cohn. That was a perfect game. The no-hitter before that for the Yankees was a perfect game by David Wells. The last Yankee no-hitter that was not a perfect game was thrown by Dwight Gooden on May 14th, 1996 against the Mariners. Davis, right-handed batter against the righty Kluber. And the pitch is low for a ball. Again, the Ranger bench tonight, left-handed hitting David Dahl, right-handed hitting Andy Ibanez, switch hitter Jonah Heim. You would imagine at some point Dahl would get a shot. Here's the 1-0. Davis swings, it's a ground ball to third on a short hop, fielded cleanly by Urshela. Across the diamond in time. Not hit that hard, but a tricky hop for Urshela. And he showed quick hands to take care of it. And there are 2 outs. There has been nothing close to a hit. No above-average defensive play required behind Corey Kluber. He has struck out 9, walked 1. Here's Connor Falefa. He has flied out and grounded out. Culberson, the on-deck batter, has been the only Ranger base runner, and that came on a walk way back in the 3rd inning. 2-0 Yankees, bottom of the 8th. The pitch. And in there for a strike. And a nice crowd here to see it, 31,689. Kluber pushes off, comes home. There's a swing and a fly ball right center field. Moving back his way. He's there. He's got it. A 1-2-3 in. Nice job by Taylor Hearn tonight. 2 scoreless innings. A walk, a hit, and a strikeout. He turns it over to Hunter Wood, who was pitching on consecutive nights. Wood threw 21 pitches yesterday in an inning and 2/3 hitless ball. Right-hander from Springdale, Arkansas, has now worked 3 innings, given up 2 runs. Voit, Judge, and Urshela, the batters for the Yankees. 2-0 New York. Corey Kluber has not allowed a hit through 8. The Rangers are due to send up Culberson, Trevino, and Calhoun. And you figured David Dahl will hit for somebody in there. Maybe not. Dahl is 0 for 1 in his career against Kluber. Here's the pitch. Oh, he's swung on and missed. First pitch curveball from Hunter Wood. One interesting note. When Musgrove threw his no-hitter against the Rangers on April the 9th, we were playing with the roof closed as we are tonight. Pitch a little bit low. 1 ball and 1 strike. Musgrove threw 112 pitches in that game. Kluber is at 93. 1-1. There's a check swing. Pitch outside. He went around. And the count is 1-2. Aroldis Chapman is getting up in the bullpen for the Yankees. He's not throwing yet, but he is on the mound. If Kluber were to give up a hit, you would imagine Chapman would come in. And there's a swing and a miss. And down goes Voit. 1 away in the top of the 9th. 2-0 Yanks. And here is Aaron Judge. Judge has singled, grounded out, and struck out. Remember the finale of this series tomorrow at 1:05. Dane Dunning against Domingo Germán. A couple of right-handers. Dunning 26 years old. Germán 28 years old. Here comes Wood. There's a swing and a fly ball to center field. Garcia over toward left. Makes the catch. And there are 2 outs. And now Gio Urshela. Chapman is now warming in the bullpen. He had just been playing some light catch. But now he is legitimately warming up. If there was not a no-hitter on the line, you would imagine he'd be coming on to pitch the bottom of the 9th in a 2-0 game. That's the way things are done these days. Although Kluber has just been magnificent. Here's a breaking ball. That's in there for a strike. It is 0-1. Musgrove in his no-hitter. 10 strikeouts, no walks. But remember, he hit a bat. There's a swing and a foul ball back. And the hit batsman came in the 4th inning. He hit Joey Gallo. But there were some hard hit balls in that game. Some line drive outs. Really, nothing quite like that today. Lamar left the game with a right hamstring injury, we're told. There's a swing and a fly ball to center field. It is Garcia drifting to his left. He's got it. And the side's retired. So, we're going to the bottom of the 9th. All eyes in the baseball world. To the bottom of the 9th we go. 2-0 Yankees. Corey Kluber has not allowed a hit. Culberson at the plate. David Dahl has come out on deck to bat for Trevino. Here's the pitch to Culberson, and it's a strike. Pitch number 94, thrown by Corey Kluber. Nothing close to a hit tonight. Kluber angles toward the third baseline, handing that black glove at the waist, comes to the plate, and there's a swing and a one-hopper behind the bag at second. Glove there by LeMahieu. Over to first, and there's 1 away. They have LeMahieu stationed perfectly toward the middle to glove that one-hopper. Kind of a humpback liner over the mound. And the 3-time Gold Glover played it flawlessly. There is 1 away. Now it is Dahl to hit for Trevino. David 0 for 1 in his career off Kluber. He's a .223 hitter this year with 4 homers and 12 runs batted in. Left-handed batter. They overshift him. 3 on the right side. They're all lined up on the rim. Urshela, the only infielder on the left side. He's in the base path. Slightly closer to third and to second. 2-0 Yankees. Kluber 2 outs away from baseball history. Here's the pitch. Breaking ball outside. thrown by Corey Kluber tonight. He pushes off and lets it fly, and Dahl swings and misses way out in front that time with a changeup. 97 pitches, 67 strikes. 1 out in the ninth. The pitch to Dahl, fouled back. Got a good rip at that. 89-mile-an-hour cutter, and the count is 1-2. Just a masterful mix tonight. The cutter, the curve, the fastball, the change. He's used them all. A textbook job of pitching. The 1-2. And there's a line drive to right field. Wade racing toward the corner, and he's got it. Tyler Wade got a great jump on that ball. That's probably the closest the Rangers have come to a hit. And it wasn't that close. There are 2 outs in the ninth. It is up to Willie Lamont Calhoun as Corey Kluber is 1 out away.
Wade got a very good jump, had that measured. Wasn't quite at full speed, but close to full speed when he hauled that one in. And Corey Kluber, his expression has not changed all night long.
Isn't that the truth? Calhoun is 0 for 3. He has struck out, popped out, grounded out. Kluber going for career win number 102. He kicks and deals, and Calhoun takes a strike. First pitch curveball. Ryan Addeton has been behind the plate tonight. A AAA call-up from Davie, Florida. He's 35 years of age. A game to remember for him. Ranger hitters have not been complaining about him. Here's the 0-1. Calhoun is swinging a ground ball right to Torres. Over to first. The ball game's over. Corey Kluber has thrown a no-hitter. The Yankees stream out of the third base dugout and mob their right-hander between the mound and the first base line. For the second time this year, the Rangers have been no-hit. Joe Musgrove did it right here on April the 9th. And for the 6th time this year, there has been a no-hitter in Major League Baseball. Barely a quarter of the way through the season. History being made on seemingly a nightly basis. And this time, it's consecutive nights, with Spencer Turnbull having thrown one in Seattle last night for the Tigers. Congratulations to the former Ranger Corey Kluber. The Yankees win the ball game by the score of 2-0. Stay tuned. Our post-game show is next on the Louisiana Hot Sauce Rangers Radio Network.